Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just as I've said in my previous video, today we are going to do Russian spiral. You might be wondering why the name Russian. Maybe the person that did it came from Russia, or just I've said in my previous video that every possibility becomes a creativity. So any possibility in bidding or in whatever you're doing that comes your mind, please just grab hold of it and try it. You might be surprised what will come out of it. So let's go to today's tutorial. But before then, if you are watching me now, you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, like my video, and share accordingly. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything. So for today's tutorial, let's begin. Join me on my work table. I'm trying to make it as bold as possible. Okay, so as usual, what do you need for today's bead? I'm using the same bead that I used for spiral rope. I'm still going to use the same bead. I love the combination of this bead, so I'm still going to use it. So you need your bead. I'm going to use the same size of bead, size 6 and size 3 of seed bead. You need your bead, you need your hook, you need your beading needle. I still use the same size. I use size 12. You need your cutter, you need your plier in the beading process. And I use 0.30 nylon fishing line. So you may choose to use any beading thread of your choice. That's fine. So let's start. So I'm going to make a stopper as usual. And to make a stopper, I'm going to leave a sizable length of fishing line at the end of the stopper, so that I'll be able to use the fishing line to finish the other end of my bracelet. So to start, I'm going to pick one size 6, 2 size 3 seed bead, 1 size 6 and 2 yellow, 1 size 6. I'm going to repeat this process until I pick 3 sets of each bead. So I'm done. I picked 3 sets of each bead. 3 sets of each bead. I'm going to form a circle. I'm going to form a circle by entering all the bead from the start. I come out at the end as shown. So I've done is forming a circle. Just the same concept. You can see the size of the circle. If you want to make a chunky cord, that means you increase your picking. That means you are going to pick maybe 1 2 3 4 5 size 6, and you are going to increase this same 1 2 to 5 picking. So your cord will be very heavy, but this size is fine by me. So that is it. This size is okay by me. So I'm just going to make it firm. Going to make the circle firm. And I'll come out from the first bead after the size 6. Come out from the first bead after the size 6. Sorry, I'm trying to fix it. I think it's better. Okay, so I came out from the first bead after the size 6 this way, the first bead after the size 6. Okay, so now this is my stopper bead. Get it out of the way. Then I'm going to pick one of size 6 and 2 of the yellow. Then I'm going to connect to the next size 6 bead in the circle as shown. The next size 6 bead. I'm going to pick the same picking, connect to the next size 6 bead in the circle. So this is the second round. This is the second round. So I'm going to pick the third round. I'm going to connect to the next size 6 bead in the circle. This way. That is the third round. To complete the round, I'm going to enter it this way. This is the first size 6 bead, this size 6, and this is the next first size 6 bead in the line. So I've completed the circle. My stopper bead, get it out of the way, please. Okay. Yeah, so let's continue. So I'm going to pick one size 6, 2 yellow bead, connect to the first size 6 in the circle, pick one size 6, 2 seed bead, connect to the first size 6, connect to the first 6 seed bead. I mean to say, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the second round. I'm going through the third round. So now pick the same picking. So the first seed bead is here, so I'm going to enter size 6 and the first seed bead this way. This is the picking. This is the first seed bead. The first seed bead after size 6. I'm going to enter, then I'm going to climb this way. Climb means you finish the round, you want to start another round. So at every point in time, your bead must be 3 at the top. That means you are on course. So we are on course now. Look at it. It's 1 2 3. That is how we started it. So your bead must remain the same throughout the beading process. So you pick, you enter the first seed bead, you pick. For the second time, you enter the first seed bead after the size 6, you pick. For the third one, you enter the next size 6. This here is it. So go this way. Okay, so I've entered the next size 6. Now to start another round, I must come to the first bead after the size 6. So this is the next seed bead after the size 6. So I must climb to start that round. So we are there now. Going to continue another round. Pick, then enter the first bead. I'm entering it together. Enter the first bead. Then the third one, you pick. You enter the first seed bead. The first seed bead. This is the first seed bead. The first seed bead after size 6. Then you enter one size 6 and to the first seed bead, because that is where you always start your work. So you climb this way for the third picking, because we are dealing with 3 sets here. So you pick the first set, enter the first seed bead, second set, enter the first seed bead, third set. So let's slide it down before we enter the third set. So this is the third set. You can see it's always like this. So this is the next seed bead after size 6. So you climb to start another round. So I've done it. Climb. So you start again. Pick 1, pick 2 of these, enter the first seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next seed bead, the same thing, picking, enter the, okay, let's slide it down before we enter. Slide it down. So we are climbing now. This is the next seed bead after size 6. So you enter size 6 and the next seed bead together for climbing this way. This way. So you continue. Enter the first seed bead, pick the same picking, 1 size 6 and 2 seed bead. One size 6 and 2 seed bead. So this is the next seed bead. You enter, then you enter size 6 and the first seed bead this way, pick, first seed bead, first seed bead, the first seed bead. So to continue the round, you are going to climb by entering 1 size 6 and 1 seed bead. So you pick 1, pick 2, enter the first seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the first seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next first seed bead. So you're going to climb 1 size 6 and the next seed bead. Continue another round, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next first seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next seed bead. Complete the round. So you're climbing, you enter size 6 and the first seed bead that follows. Continue the round, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next seed bead, pick 1, pick 2, enter the next seed bead. So you climb by entering the first size 6 and the next seed bead that follows. That is our beginning point. So pick 1, size 6, 2 seed bead, enter the first seed bead, 1, pick 2, enter the first seed bead, then the third one, enter the next seed bead together with the climbing. Starting another round, pick 1, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead. Then you climb size 6 and the next seed bead. That is climbing. You can see how beautifully it's coming out. You can see how blinking it's looking. So let's continue. Enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead, and the last picking, enter the first seed bead, size 6, one size 6 and one seed bead. That is climbing. Complete the round. You want to start another round. So enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, and you climb. Entry size 6 and one seed bead. That is climbing. Pick one, pick two, enter the next seed bead, pick one, pick two seed bead, enter the next seed bead, pick one, pick two, enter the next seed bead. You climb by entering one seed bead, one size 6 and one seed bead. So continue the round. Enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead. You climb by entering one size 6 and one seed bead. So you pick enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead after size 6. The seed bead is always after size 6. Climb by entering one seed bead, one size 6 and one seed bead. Let's find it. Enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead after size 6. So you climb by entering one seed bead, one size 6 and one seed bead. You can see the way it's turning out. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? So continue till you reach your desired length. The next seed bead, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead. Then you climb by entering one size 6 and one seed bead. You start all over, start another round, enter the next seed bead, enter the next seed bead. You pick. So this is the next seed bead. So you enter it with size 6, and the first seed bead after size 6, that is climbing. So you succeeded in climbing. You move on to the next seed bead. Enter the next seed bead. Enter the next seed bead after size 6. So you climb one size 6 and come out of the seed bead after the size 6. So you continue the round, repeat the process. First seed bead, the picking is the same thing. The picking the same. Start the next seed bead. So you climb to start another round, one size 6 and seed bead. Enter the next seed bead. Enter the next seed bead. Enter the next. Okay, let me drag it up. Enter the next seed bead. The seed bead is always in between size 6. It's always here. That is how you recognize where to climb. You can look at it. That is the third round. That is when you will know that it's time to climb, and this is how to climb. Continue until you reach your desired length. So you're going to climb. This is the next seed bead. Climb this way. Continue the round. Start the first seed bead. Enter the first seed bead. So this is the third. Going to climb. Going to climb, and this is the seed bead. This is the climbing bead. This is how to climb. If you enter this one separately, this is the first bead after size 6. Then after, you will climb by entering this size 6 and size and seed bead. But you can decide to enter the next seed bead for the third round and climb at the same time, so that you just start another round live and direct. So I enter and climb together because I want to start another round this way. This way. So I'm going to climb again. I'm going to show you how I do it. So this is the next seed bead after size 6. So you enter, then for you to climb, you enter this way without climbing. I will now climb. I will enter this and this together. You can see it's the same thing. So continue. Enter the first seed bead after size 6. Enter the next seed bead. Then for the third one, the same thing, but you are going to enter and pick. You pick and climb at the same time to continue another round. So enter the first seed bead, enter the next first seed bead. So I'm going to this is it. I'm going to climb at the same time. Enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead. So I'm going to pick, enter and climb. Pick, enter the first seed bead. This is the next bead, the next seed bead to size 6, and I'm going to climb size 6 and the first seed bead after size 6 to start another round. So enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead. So I'm going to climb separate size 6 and 1 seed bead, climbing separately, climbing separately. So enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead, enter the next seed bead. This is the next seed bead. Then I'm going to climb at the same time. Enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead, enter the next seed bead and climb at the same time. Enter the first seed bead, enter the first seed bead, enter the next seed bead I'm going to enter the seed bead is always in between size 6 and climb at the same time. So we have few steps to go. Enter the next seed bead. Enter the next seed bead and climb at the same time. You can see how beautiful it's looking. You see it? So beautiful. So now I'm going to attach a hook. I'm going to attach a hook. So I'm going to pick for the last time. Enter the first seed bead. Enter and climb at the same time. So now I want to finish it. There's no procedure on how you can finish it. Just finish it the way that your work will be neat. So I'm going to use seed bead to finish this. So I'm going to pick four bead. So I'm going to enter the next seed bead, then pick 4 bead, enter the next, as if I'm continuing, but I just remove the size 6. I'm using the seed bead for the picking. So this is where I used to enter. I'm going to enter the way I entered. So I've ended up reducing my bead. I'm going to use hand and lift it up this way. So this way. So I'm going to pick one, connect to this one, pick one, connect here. Just try and find a center, connect here. So this is it. Trying to bring, I think I'm not going to add bead. I don't want the mouth to be bulky, so let me take away those beads I put in between. I'm just going to connect them directly. So here I'm going to, I leave one here, I'm going to leave one here, pick here, then I'm going to pick this, I'm going to connect it directly. Then here now I'm going to pick my hook and connect here. See it? I'm going to travel around in that direction. Going to travel around in that direction, just to make sure that your hook and all the beads are firmly connected. I'm going to come out here. The hook is attached. Going to tie a knot twice, then move inside the size 6, and travel accordingly to the parts. We have beading parts too. You travel in the direction that the fishing line is moving. You move along the direction accordingly. You don't go in the opposite direction of the flow of the fishing line. You travel in the direction that the fishing line is going. So done. This side, just go one step further. One step further. One step further and cut it off. So we're done with this side. So I'm going to fix the hook on the other side. Then my bracelet is ready. To do that, I'm going to get rid of the stopper. Going to get rid of the stopper. So I've get rid of the stopper. I'm going to flatten my fishing line accordingly and thread the needle. Thread the needle. So I'm going to use the same method. So I'm going to replace this time around. I'm going to pick 3. Enter the first seed bead, pick 3. I just see that 3 will work better. Then I pick 3. Okay, come out here. So succeeded in climbing. So I'm going to come up here, pick the hanging hook, go in here, there, and go around the hook. and the hook, make sure that it's firmly attached to the bead. Make sure you always enter the hole of the hook so that you know we have the fishing line pass through the hole of the hook as many times as possible to make it to be firm and stabilized. So I'm going to tie a knot somewhere before I leave here. I'll tie a knot twice, travel away from this place, follow the path accordingly, this direction, follow the flow, the route, the flow of the bead. I'm out here now. I'll tie a knot, so I'll continue with the flow this direction. If it is neck you're doing, it's the same method, it's just the length that will be different. The length will be longer, but it's the same way you attach your hook and finish it, the same way. So I've tied knots now more than 3 times, so just to make it work firm and secure. So I'm done. I'm going to cut off the excess fishing line. You can see how it's looking so beautiful, so beautifully made. I love it. I love it. You can roll it down your wrist this way because the spiral is elastic. It drag just to draw, so you can roll it down your wrist, and you can decide not to put a hook and close the mouth and start to wear it, roll it down, you know, just form a circle. That would be so interesting. I'll show you that, I think, later on another video. You see it, see the other spiral, you see the difference, you see it, you see it. So if you like my video, hit that subscribe button if you have not done so. Like, comment and share. I'm going to put the link for this spiral rope down the comment box, so that if you want to do yours, you can check the comment box and hit the link to take you to where I did this spiral rope. It's 2 videos for this spiral rope. So thank you for joining us today. I thank you, everyone. I love you. Till another time. See you.